Welcome back to EtherLink AI Insights. I'm Alex, and today we're diving into something that's reshaping how enterprises operate across Europe. We're talking about multi-agent orchestration, essentially AI teams working together instead of solo chatbots. Our focus today is Helsinki and how this technology is transforming the enterprise landscape heading into 2026.
Thanks, Alex. And it's not just hype. The numbers are pretty staggering. We're seeing 72% of enterprise AI deployments now using multi-agent frameworks, compared to just 28% 3 years ago. That's a massive shift in how companies are thinking about automation.
That's a jump. So what's driving this shift? Why are companies moving away from the traditional single chatbot model?
It comes down to real-world complexity. A single chatbot trying to handle everything is like having one person attempt to be accountant, lawyer, and customer service rep simultaneously. Multi-agent orchestration lets you deploy specialized agents. One handles identity verification, another manages transactions, another coordinates with backend systems. Each expert does what they're optimized for.
That makes intuitive sense. Can you walk us through what that actually looks like in practice? Let's use a concrete example.
Absolutely. Imagine a customer calling a Finnish telecom company with a billing issue. They want to check their account history, see if they qualify for any promotions, and set up a payment plan. In the old model, one chatbot tries to handle all 3 tasks sequentially, and it often fumbles. In a multi-agent system, the routing agent listens to the inquiry. An account verification agent confirms identity and pulls billing data, a promotion specialist checks eligibility, and a transaction agent handles the payment arrangement. All of this happens in parallel.
So these agents are communicating with each other while handling the customer request.
Exactly. There's an orchestration layer that acts like a conductor, ensuring all the agents share context and coordinate responses. According to Forrester, this architecture increases efficiency by an average of 34% compared to monolithic solutions, and Helsinki-based companies are reporting 2.3x faster issue resolution times.
Those are genuinely impressive numbers. Now, Helsinki's becoming known as this Nordic technology hub. What's special about Finnish enterprises adopting this technology?
A few things converge. First, Nordic companies have a strong culture of operational efficiency and technology adoption. Second, Helsinki's business environment is highly digitalized already. Banking, telecom, e-commerce platforms have been pushing boundaries for years. Third, and this matters for our European audience, they're navigating EU AI Act compliance from day one, which shapes how they architect these systems.
That compliance angle is really important. Let's dig into that. How does the EU AI Act factor into multi-agent orchestration?
The EU AI Act introduces transparency and accountability requirements that actually push enterprises toward better orchestration design. When you have multiple agents working together, you need clear documentation of how decisions are made, which agent handled which task, and how human oversight fits in. It's not an obstacle, it's actually driving more responsible AI deployment.
So enterprises in Helsinki are essentially building with compliance as a foundational principle rather than bolting it on later?
Precisely. Finnish companies I'm aware of are designing orchestration layers that include audit trails, explainability checkpoints, and human-in-the-loop mechanisms from the beginning. It makes the systems more robust, more trustworthy, and actually more valuable in regulated industries like financial services.
Let's talk about the business impact for a moment. Gartner's research shows this massive adoption curve. What's the ROI story that's driving this investment?
It's multifaceted. You've got reduced operational costs because agents handle more volume with fewer human handoffs. You've got improved customer satisfaction because resolution happens faster and more accurately. But maybe most importantly, you've got scalability without proportional cost increases. In Helsinki's financial sector especially, we're seeing companies handle 3x customer inquiries with the same team size.
That's a powerful value proposition. Now, voice-enabled chatbots and voice agents, these are mentioned a lot in the context of multi-agent systems. How do they fit into this orchestration picture?
Voice agents are the perception layer for many of these systems. When a customer calls, a voice agent captures the conversation, extracts intent and entities, and passes that to the orchestration layer. Voice adds significant complexity because you're dealing with natural language nuances, accents, context switches. But that's precisely why multi-agent orchestration works so well. Specialized agents handle different aspects of that voice interaction without one system getting overwhelmed.
So voice isn't just an interface, it's fundamentally changing how these systems need to be architected?
Absolutely. It demands higher reliability because voice interactions feel more personal, more real-time. Customers expect answers immediately in a voice call, not the tolerance they might have for a text chatbot. That's why orchestration matters. Multiple specialized agents can collaborate rapidly to deliver that experience.
Looking at the market itself, Bloomberg Intelligence is projecting $47.6 billion for the agentic AI market by 2026. That's substantial growth. What's that money flowing toward?
It's flowing into enterprise customer service automation primarily, but also into marketing automation where agents coordinate campaigns across channels, and into operations where orchestrated agents manage supply chains, inventory, HR workflows. The common thread is complexity, situations where you need coordinated intelligence rather than point solutions.
Are there any implementation challenges companies should be aware of? It sounds great in theory, but what's the reality?
Integration is huge. Most enterprises have legacy systems that weren't designed for agent orchestration. You need robust APIs and middleware. Second, training becomes more complex. You're not training one model, you're optimizing how multiple specialized agents collaborate. Third, monitoring and debugging become harder because issues can span multiple agents.
So it's not a simple migration from single-agent to multi-agent systems.
It's not. But here's the thing. Organizations that get it right are seeing competitive advantages that make the complexity worth it. The speed and reliability improvements are significant, and the compliance by design aspect resonates with boards increasingly focused on AI governance.
Let's bring this back to Helsinki specifically. What does successful multi-agent orchestration look like for a Finnish enterprise in 2026?
It looks like a company handling customer interactions seamlessly across voice, chat, email, and social media, with specialized agents that understand Nordic languages and cultural context. It looks like compliance built in, auditable agent decisions, clear escalation paths to humans, transparent handling of personal data, and it looks like teams that are freed up from routine tasks to focus on strategy and complex customer problems.
That's the vision. Now, for our listeners who want to dive deeper into this, the technical architecture, specific implementation strategies, EU AI Act compliance approaches, where should they go?
The full article is on etherlink.ai. It covers the architecture layers in detail, provides more case studies, and walks through the strategic implementation patterns that are working in Nordic enterprises right now.
Perfect. Sam, thanks for breaking this down. Multi-agent orchestration is clearly reshaping enterprise automation, and Helsinki is leading the charge. For everyone listening, head over to etherlink.ai to read the complete analysis on multi-agent orchestration, AI teams transforming Helsinki's enterprise landscape in 2026. Thanks for joining us on EtherLink AI Insights.
Thanks, Alex. Really appreciate it.